This is a response to Larry Williams. Um, I'd never seen any of your videos before, but I watched the one that you did on the Game of Thrones premiere, and I'd just like to say thank you for what you said and doing your part to get people watching this show, because it's a fantastic book series, looks to be a fantastic TV series, and I really hope they get enough viewers to go the distance and adapt the entire thing on film. Because there are some amazing things that happen later on that I would love to see on screen, even if I have no idea how they're going to do it on any kind of budget, in some cases at least. But one thing I was worried about leading up to the show and while watching it is how much a person who is unfamiliar with the books would be able to follow it, because it's a lot of characters and a lot of plots and counterplots in a lot of different places. So things like your video and other comments I've read online have assured me that they did a good job with that, and people were able to follow it, and any questions they have, the most interesting one, I think, is a few people are confused about whether incest is even a taboo in this world, are ones you should be asking, and it's good that they're asking questions about this world, that they care enough about it to ask those questions. And one thing I think I should point out, because you noted that there was a long gap before Book 4, and the reason that is that George R. R. Martin considered, his original plan was to end Book 3 on, one big climax with everyone looking forward to the future, and then Book 4 would skip forward 5 years and then catch up with everyone. And as he went through the writing process, he realized that this wasn't going to work for whatever reason. From what I can tell, it was that it would have to involve a bunch of flashbacks, and they got to be so numerous that he figured he might as well just tell the story in straight chronological order. And this involved a big rewrite of his whole plans. And eventually he realized that with all the new characters that he was adding, new major characters with their own viewpoints in the books, it was going to be way too big to release as one volume. And so rather than just tell half the story in Book 4 and then finish it in Book 5, he figured that he would tell the full stories of half the characters in Book 4 and then the other half in Book 5. And so that's what we got in Book number 4, Feast for Crows. It's half the series characters just going through the next phase of their journeys. And what was really kind of frustrating is that for a lot of people, they were the less interesting half. And we've been waiting 6 years now for A Dance with Dragons. I love that it's going to be released in July, because I'm really looking forward to seeing the characters I care more about and what they were up to during the same time frame. And one other thing, there's 2 books after this, and I hope he doesn't take too long writing it, because the guy's in his 60s, he's not in very good shape, and he said that if he dies before he finishes, any of his notes will be burned unread. Hopefully the same thing that happened with Kafka will happen here, and someone will publish them in that case, but I'm not getting my hopes up. But one more thing I should note is that it's very interesting to see you, Mr. Williams, talk about how you've gotten attached to certain characters and you have a favorite character already, because my personal favorite character, and he's a lot of people's favorite character from what I've read, has not appeared in the show yet. So I'm very interested to see what the new people who haven't read the books will think of him. His name's Peter Baelish, nicknamed Littlefinger, and he's played by Aidan Gillen, who, if you've watched The Wire, and I assume you have because you're a fan of Treme, he played Tommy Carcetti, which on its own I'd say makes him perfect for that role. So thanks for everything. Your video was really fun to watch, and I look forward to seeing more of you. I subscribe to you already, so see you down the road.